I want to do trader tournaments where we do live trading. It's going to be super cool. It's going to be a tournament style elimination rounds of just live trading the 1 minute chart for about an hour long. Whoever does the best, the last few people still standing are going to be given whatever the prize pool is. That's right, I have my own wheatgrass juicer. Decided to take Monday off trading, so now it's Tuesday, and I've placed a couple orders, but this is a really frustrating way to start the week. We saw the breakout to the downside here after we can see obviously we're in a downtrend, right? This was the line that would be my decision to start longing if we get above there. But I am continuing to be short from here on UCAD. Now it's just completely dumped down and it's retesting these lows here, and it's basically almost at the target. So I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work out. I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer until it passes the lows here, but I'm probably going to pull that pretty soon. Also, everywhere, breakout here, missed it. Breakout here, missed it. Breakout here, missed it. So hopefully something fills soon enough, but we're basically just sitting on our hands for now, and it's really unfortunate. There's AU, and it was GU and EU also. We're all sitting on. Alright, so I finally managed to get one locked in. This is gold. Everything else just completely went to, here's UCAD, it went completely past target. We had probably about 6 orders resting on various things, and everything just basically hit the target without even coming back. This all would have been probably like at least 10 R today, but that's too bad. We are in gold now, and I did notice since everything was just rocketing away from my entries, I was looking for a little bit more conservative entry here. But as we saw this consolidation, and it did actually test this little tiny order block on the 5 minute there. Saw the consolidation and it was winding. I figured that this trend that just broke the downtrend, this is the break right here, I figured it was going to continue up. So what we did is we just pulled the market, pulled the limit, and then went with a market order, lowered the position size because we're actually a little bit riskier here, same stop loss, and we're shooting for the same targets here. As you can see on the higher time frame there, you can see the logic here is obvious, and a cat will help you. And it was just basically a sweep of these lows here and then a reversal on the lower time frame. Simple enough. Alright, just to touch up on what happened to gold, we ended up coming up to this supply zone. We're obviously in a larger time frame downtrend, and I did take profits basically exactly at the top, but I left half of it still running, and then it got stopped at break even after this massive dump, and that's fine. It would have actually stopped us out, I believe, just absolutely perfectly, as you can see. So I'm completely fine with that. We also took a euro short, as you can see here, and I actually made a video about this called how to recognize false breakouts. So if you're interested in the logic behind this one, then you can please check out that video right there. Going into the week this week, I'm just starting to see some possible trades on GU. So we've been trying to long GU. Yesterday it came back, it retested kind of the zone that we were at, And then this was rallying while I was asleep. And I'm just looking at it right now, and we see this beautiful sweeping action, and we can get back into longs here. And what's really going to be important is whether or not we can close above this level on the 5 minute right there. And it does look like it's probably going to happen. Same sort of thing on the US dollar. I know they're going to go hand in hand. Generally, you can form similar biases. This one's dumping down a little bit. We entered a little bit higher here, just on a little bit of a pull up, and you can see that that one was our same bias, the same idea, that we were actually right at the very start of the week that this would dump down. I wasn't expecting this massive pump, but it didn't break the high, so it didn't actually lose any levels that we were watching for. Oh, yeah. Today, we're celebrating getting a partnership with YouTube. Don't have you what? We're gonna have some pizza, wine, and sake. Got the YouTube partnership, so gonna have a little bit of extra revenue to dump into the Discord. Gonna be using that to pay my very helpful mods and to pay her and to start some challenges. I want to do trader tournaments where we do live trading. It's going to be super cool. It's going to be tournament style elimination rounds of just live trading the 1 minute chart for about an hour long. Whoever does the best, the last few people still standing, are going to be given whatever the prize pool is, and this money is going to basically just come from all of the YouTube ad revenue. I'm going to put it all directly back into you guys because I don't particularly care that much for it. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. Uh-oh. I poured too much. I poured the whole thing. What the hell? Okay, you want some? Yeah. Can't do this.
Oh, me too.
Gotta get your woman to open something for you. The life of the vlogger.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god! Stop!
Is that enough?
Yes!
Georgie loves the camera. He comes every single time. He says, "Oh, take my picture. Take my picture." Every time I point a camera at him, he's like, "Ah, here it is. Oh, there, take a picture." He wants to wag. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all the US dollar pairs here really quickly, and then hopefully you guys can get some sort of feel for how I'm just starting off analyzing the market. It's now midnight, and I've just woken up for London session here, and I've just gone through, so I think this might actually help you guys. So since we were trying to long here yesterday, I still had that long bias based off of this giant candle engulfment here, and then it came back down to retest. This was actually where I was looking to enter long. I'm glad I pulled the order though, because it was really likely that it was going to wick me out. And then it came all the way back up here, and now that we're kind of getting this consolidation again, we're getting those breakdowns and then the breakups. This looks really good for longs, so I am super bullish on this in the current trend. And there's obviously a target that we can target up there, but we don't enter right away, right? We enter because we enter when we see this retest here. So that's why I've just put an alert there, and that's kind of how I go about things, is once I see somewhere that I want to watch, I'm going to put an alert there, and then it's just going to ping me, and I can go about my day doing different things around the house, doing dishes, whatnot, all this useless, boring stuff. Now it's a very similar idea with GU here, but actually we've already tested everything we need to test here. We've swept below these lows here, right? That's the consolidation, very similar. We've tested everything that we wanted to test back there, as you can see, kind of up there, right? And the only difference now is we're trying to get above this range. So we're basically going to enter long once that we start closing above, confirming that the trend is actually going to continue to the upside. This might have just been kind of a fake out testing this area, and then it could dump down even lower. You can see that these are kind of some untested areas, so that might be really interesting for price to come back down this way, and then we'll see something like this, and then that would actually go well with EU just coming down a little bit lower. So we're not super sold on that one. UJ, this is what we were seeing from UJ yesterday. Again, I placed that alert after we saw this support turn resistance. You can see that it was obviously going to get broken down because we tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then we broke out. And I was just looking. The alert actually didn't ping me, but I probably wouldn't have entered short here anyways because it didn't actually test the zone that I was looking for. So that's where I would have wanted to look for shorts. Going on to U-Swiss here, I just briefly covered it for you guys already. You can see that we are actually breaking down at this point, so that was a really good opportunity to short right there on that pullback when it tested right a little bit higher there. And you can see we were bearish on this before from previous days based off of the sweeping highs, breaking back down. We didn't actually break above anything, and then massive engulfing down candles here. So we are rather bearish on this. So that's kind of our bias. And then it did form something like this, just gives us a good entry. UCAD. UCAD, we have just two zones that are completely untested right here after we broke up. So I have an alert there, and then also right here on a smaller time frame. As you can see, I wanted to short this yesterday. I still want to short it when it comes back up here, but I'm not leaving resting limit orders. So let me delete that now, because it would be most likely that it comes up here and just wicks me out, because there's probably a lot of people who also pulled their orders. So we just wait and see what happens on that level. We might actually be able to enter even better at this point. And then there's not a whole lot going on with the Aussie right here. It has hit the target that we wanted to hit before. Nothing's really printing super nice right now for anything. We did want to just look for longs, but you can't really long this right now, and you wouldn't want to short it until it's actually changing trend on the smaller time frame and everything. So we'll just ignore it. And then Kiwi, very similar idea. I just marked out kind of a double bottom confirmation I was trying to look for here. We could retest that, and my spelling is actually, this is actually probably the right way you spell confirm. It's just a little bit of a trader secret. If you spell confirm like that, then you'll actually do better. It's I know it's kind of weird, but you got to put an I before the O when you're spelling confirm. I don't know. Jokes, just jokes. Same idea. We'll be looking for longs here.
Alright guys, so I keep basically forgetting about recording the trades, recording the actual logic before going into them by about mid to end of the week. So I kind of basically only got early week trades kind of recorded there for you. If you guys did want to see, I'm sure most of you have already seen the really awesome live trading that I was doing. That was basically all the trades I had taken, was those two trades that I showed on the Thursday and the Friday live stream. Aside from that, I hadn't really taken any other trades other than just very small things that aren't very important, that you guys probably don't care that much about. That being said, it was absolutely a great week. It was very nice to actually start getting good 5R plus profits back in the books. This is kind of what I was experiencing before the whole lockdown type thing. We would often do 5R trades for quite a few months in a row there. We were doing very well, and then things kind of shifted all around. So it does feel good that we are kind of getting that momentum back. The mindset's starting to get a little bit more improved. We're starting to get accustomed to this volatility. So the things that they do adapt kind of slowly sometimes, but after a couple months we do have that profit back on the table. Now what I'm going to do with the challenge account now, we just hit pretty much exactly 10%. It's like 10% plus 11 cents or something like that, I think, and I'll show a link here on the screen. You can see the exact balance. But I'm actually going to be switching over to a different broker. It's a broker that my buddy is actually the CEO of, so I do have, you know, kind of some nice little perks there with him. So I'm going to be switching over, and I'm basically able to trade spread free. So if you guys are interested in that, you know, there's a link to my recommended brokers. You can check that out. It's going to be super nice to not have those spreads, because I know you guys probably heard me complain about it before. EJ keeps doing this to me, or EG rather, it keeps doing this to me where the spreads increase when it gets to right by my stop, and then it stops me out just barely and then goes in the right direction. Super annoying. So I'm basically going to be able to trade without any spread, so it's going to be super nice. So I'm going to get that set up, and I'm going to put in the exact same. I'm going to put in 1100 now, and we're just going to start from there and continue as is. Awesome. So I hope you guys also had a really great week, and I look forward to another week trading with you guys. Please check out the Discord. If you're not in there already, we got a lot of really smart guys joining in. A few of these guys, I'm amazed by how well they can trade. It's really cool. The community is growing fantastically. And of course, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time. Box is so small.